All right, we're at the Pence rally in Las Cruces, New Mexico at the airport. And this is the crowd. It's pretty long. It goes all the way down and down, looking to get into this airport hangar. It's moving slowly. They're checking bags. And it sure is a large crowd. All right, marks the arrival of Mike Pence at the rally. Las Cruces channel exclusive. All right, crowd roaring in Mike Pence.
Nomination to run and serve as the next Vice President of the United States. And I got to tell you, I accepted that invitation in a heartbeat. Because you have nominated a man for president who never quits. He never backs down. He is a fighter. He is a winner. And until very recently, it seemed like he was out there fighting all on his own. But now, this movement is coming together. New Mexico is coming together. I got to tell you, I think most Americans, as this election approaches, know this is not just a choice between two people. It's a choice between two futures. So let me tell you where I stand. I choose a stronger America. I choose a more prosperous America. I choose an America that stands without apology on our highest constitutional principles. So I choose to stand with Donald Trump.
All right, we're here at the rally. Donald Trump, Mike Pence.
Beyond all the issues, world scandals swirling around the Clintons, this is about security and prosperity in the highest court in the land. It really is. And this is no ordinary time in the life of our nation. In New Mexico, you can play a key role in this election. Make no mistake about it. So I got something to ask you to do. A couple things I want to ask you to do before we go and get back on that plane. Sometimes people ask me if he got me a big plane. I tell them it's big other than when it's parked next to his. It's very humbling for me to be with you today. It really is. We're here for one reason. And that is, I think this country's in a lot of trouble. And I think Donald Trump has the right vision and the right leadership to make America great. We've got to go get it done. Here's what I want you to do. Three things. Three things. Number one, vote. All right? Already did. Good. All right, you're done. And early voting's underway in New Mexico right now, right? And mean, it's all indoors. Well, that's good. I mean, I checked before I got off the plane. I mean, Thomas Brannigan Memorial Library, 200 East, Picacho Avenue, Las Cruces, New Mexico. Open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Saturday hours, 10 a.m. to 6. And it's only 10.2 miles from right here. Go vote! And go bring a friend. Friends, don't let friends vote alone. So after you vote, I got a couple more things I want you to do. Go tell somebody. All right? Get it done early. Go tell somebody why you voted the way you did. Tell them why. I mean, the truth is, it really is amazing to be out there campaigning with Donald Trump. I mean, I was with him just yesterday in Philadelphia, a couple days ago in Cleveland. I mean, when he and I come rolling in that motorcade, I always see him marveling at these enormous crowds that are coming out, tens of thousands of people. You know what he says to me every single time? Just about says it to me every day. He says, Mike, you know, this isn't about me. He says, this isn't about us. It's not even about our party. He says, this is a movement of the American people. And the American people. So despite all the odds and all the Hillary Clinton's allies in the media, I think it is a movement. It's because the American people have been talking to each other. And that's what you got to go do. You got to go tell your neighbors and friends what's involved in this choice. And I'll tell you the way I see it. This is not a choice between it's not a choice between Republicans and Democrats. It's not even a choice between left and right. I think it's like Ronald Reagan said so many years ago. It's a choice between up and down. Here it is. You talk to your neighbors and friends. You say, I ran into Mike out at the airport. And here's how he put it. Whether we're going to continue to go down the hill to a weaker America at home and abroad, a more stifled American economy under a higher rate of taxes and regulation and Obamacare and a war on American energy and bad trade deals and walk farther away from our most cherished constitutional ideals, or whether here in New Mexico we are going to stop, plant our feet, turn around, and march back up the hill to a an America that stands without apology by our highest constitutional ideals. That's the choice. I mean, I really think Abraham Lincoln had it right. Abraham Lincoln was asked one time whether he thought God was on his side during his time, and he said, you know, I concern myself more with whether we're on God's side than God is on our side. So pray for that. Because America matters. Far beyond America. And when you pray, pray with confidence. Because I truly do believe that those ancient words that Americans have relied on through much more challenging times than we see today are still true today. That if His people, who are called by His name, will humble themselves and pray, He'll do like He's always done. He'll hear from heaven, and He'll heal this one nation, undivided, indivisible, with liberty and justice. So New Mexico, time's wasted. You got some voting to do and you got some talking to do. Go out there and tell your neighbors and friends, because it is wheel to wheel here in New Mexico. And you can bring it home. And let me tell you something, as you go out and do that, over the next 6 days, I'll make you a promise. That man is ready. This team is ready. This movement is obviously ready. If we go out and make sure that New Mexico is ready, we will elect Donald Trump as the 45th president of the United States, and we will make America great again. Let's go get it done, New Mexico. Thank you. God bless you.
The American moment is here. Two choices, two Americas, decided by you. Hillary Clinton will keep us on the road to stagnation. Fewer jobs, rising crime, America diminished at home and abroad. Donald Trump will bring the change we're waiting for. America, better, stronger, more prosperous for everyone. A plan for tomorrow, a future brighter than our past. The choice is yours.
I'm Donald Trump, and I approve this message.
The American moment is here. Two choices, two Americas, decided by you. Hillary Clinton will keep us on the road to stagnation. Fewer jobs, rising crime, America diminished at home and abroad. Donald Trump will bring the change we're waiting for. America, better, stronger, more prosperous for everyone. A plan for tomorrow, a future brighter than our past. The choice is yours.
I'm Donald Trump, and I approve this message.
The American moment is here. Two choices, two Americas, decided by you. Hillary Clinton will keep us on the road to stagnation. Fewer jobs, rising crime, America diminished at home and abroad. Donald Trump will bring the change we're waiting for. America, better, stronger, more prosperous for everyone. A plan for tomorrow, a future brighter than our past. The choice is yours.
I'm Donald Trump, and I approve this message.
This is what our new future will look like. I'm going to lower your taxes very, very substantially. I'm going to get rid of massive amounts of unnecessary regulation. All of these regulations on your business and in your life. I'm going to unleash American energy. I'm going to repeal and replace Obamacare. I'm going to appoint justices of the Supreme Court who will follow the Constitution. I'm going to rebuild our depleted military and take care of our vets who are treated so badly. In many cases, our vets are treated not nearly as well as people who come into our country illegally. We can't have that. I'm going to save your Second Amendment, which is under siege. I'm going to stop illegal immigration and drugs from pouring into our country and totally poisoning our youth and others. It's a tremendous problem. And yes, we will build the wall. The wall will be built. And just in case you're worried about who's going to pay for it, Mexico will pay for it. Being totally serious about that. Mexico will pay for it. And you understand, Mexico, by the way, we look at the trade deficit we have with Mexico, it's massive. The wall is peanuts compared to what we're talking about. Mexico will pay for the wall. And I'm going to renegotiate our disastrous trade deals, especially NAFTA, and we will only make great trade deals that put the American worker first and put the American worker back to work. That includes our miners and our steel workers. They're going back to work. We will rebuild our roads, our bridges, our tunnels, our highways, our airports, schools, hospitals. We'll rebuild everything. American cars will travel the roads. American planes will soar the skies. And American ships will patrol the seas. American steel will send new skyscrapers into the clouds. American hands will rebuild this nation. And American energy, harvested from American sources, will power this nation. American workers will be hired to do the job. We will put new American metal and new American steel into the spine of this country. Jobs will return, incomes will rise, new factories will come rushing back to our shores. We will make America wealthy again. We will make America strong again. And we will make America great again. Thank you very much. God bless you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you.
The Clintons. from dead broke to worth hundreds of millions. So how did Hillary end up filthy rich? Pay-to-play politics. Staggering amounts of cash poured into the Clinton Foundation from criminals, dictators, countries that hate America. Hillary cut deals for donors. Now the FBI has launched a new investigation. After decades of lies and scandal, her corruption is closing in.
I'm Donald Trump, and I approve this message.
What isn't fictionalized are her emails, where she destroyed 33,000 emails criminally, after getting a subpoena from the United States Congress. What happened to the FBI? I don't know. We have a great general, 4-star general, today, you read it in all the papers, going to potentially serve 5 years in jail for lying to the FBI. One lie. She's lied hundreds of times to the people, to Congress, and to the FBI. He's going to probably go to jail. This is a 4-star general, and she gets away with it, and she can run for the presidency of the United States. That's really what you should be talking about.
We expected 1984 to be better. Drought just doesn't strike 3 years in a row, we told ourselves, but it did. 3 years of failed crops meant a $300,000 debt. Our bitter harvest was a first, second, and third mortgage, too many different banks and farm agencies. We couldn't even pay the 13% interest on our loans, which meant the debt continued to increase. It was a Wednesday. Every Wednesday she'd go grocery shopping. He asked her, please don't go that morning. And she was like, she felt something was wrong, because that's her routine. They were always rigid on their routines and not changing their routines. And so she stayed. And so then she was in the living room and he was in the bedroom and she heard a gunshot. And she said, LD, I can't believe you've done this. This was not the way to do it. I can't believe you've done this. But then she just knew, and she knew that's why he asked her not to go. The farm had been in my father's family for so long, over 100 years, and he was so devastated that he was going to lose it when it was his. That was the biggest thing of why he killed himself, thinking the insurance company would pay for it, also it would stay, and then go on to like my brother. Didn't want, in his generation, to lose the land. Everybody around the country found out about us and my father committing suicide to save the farm. And because of that, a man from New York reached out to help financially to try to save the farm. He never asked for anything. He just said it really touched his heart when he saw it in the media. So he said because of that, he just really wanted to help. We were very shocked and very appreciative of a man who was pretty much very famous and had lots of money would be interested in saving a poor Georgia farmer to help save his family farm that's been in his family for hundreds of years. What it meant to us going to New York to meet Donald Trump was a celebration. We met at breakfast to go over raising enough money to save most of the farm, and so we were there for like a burning of the deed ceremony. And so there was a picture of my mom and Donald and another man from Atlanta that was burning the deed of the debt. I think the biggest thing that I could say about him is most people haven't seen that he does have that kind side to him, giving side. That's the part that we, my family, see when we see him, is the giving, kind-hearted side that most people don't see. They just mainly see the vocal side.
Our next president faces daunting challenges in a dangerous world. Iran promoting terrorism, North Korea threatening, ISIS on the rise, Libya and North Africa in chaos. Hillary Clinton failed every single time as Secretary of State. Now she wants to be president. Hillary Clinton doesn't have the fortitude, strength, or stamina to lead in our world. She failed as Secretary of State. Don't let her fail us again.
I'm Donald Trump, and I approve this message.
We must also do more to help our veterans find jobs. Large corporations bring in many thousands of low-wage workers from overseas and across the border to fill jobs that could easily be filled by our veterans. Veterans should come first in the country they fought to protect. They fought hard to protect us. They are going to come first in a Trump administration. They will be a part of America First. It will be America First from now on. America First.
What does electing Donald Trump president mean for you? Families making $60,000 a year? You get a 20% tax rate reduction. Working moms? You get paid maternity leave and an average $5,000 child care tax reduction. Business owners? Your taxes get cut from 35 to 15% so you can expand and create more jobs. Donald Trump. Prosperity for you. America great again.
I'm Donald Trump, and I approve this message.
You talked about Ronald Reagan being a transformative political leader. I did not mention his name.
Your husband did.
Well, I'm here. He's not.
Okay, well, I can't tell who I'm running against sometimes.
And my view is that if you can't run your own house, you certainly can't run the White House. Can't do it.
Hillary Clinton won't change Washington. She's been there 30 years. Taxes went up, terrorism spread, jobs vanished. But special interests and Washington insiders thrived. Donald Trump will turn Washington upside down, day one. Real change that puts Americans first. A vote for Hillary is a vote for more of the same. A vote for Donald Trump is a vote for change that makes America great again.
I'm Donald Trump, and I approve this message.
I did not email any classified material to anyone. There is no classified material.
110 emails in 52 email chains have been determined by the owning agency to contain classified information at the time they were sent or received.
I provided all my emails that could possibly be work-related.
Several thousand work-related emails that were not among the group of 30,000 emails returned by Secretary Clinton.
I thought using one device would be simpler.
She also used numerous mobile devices to send and to read email.
There were no security breaches.
It is possible that hostile actors gained access to Secretary Clinton's personal email account.
It was my practice to communicate with State Department and other government officials on their .gov accounts.
Hostile actors gained access to the private commercial email accounts of people with whom Secretary Clinton was in regular contact from her personal account.
No doubt that we've done exactly what we should have done.
They were extremely careless in their handling of very sensitive, highly classified information.
People will be able to judge for themselves.
We cannot find a case that would support bringing criminal charges on these facts.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much.
To be clear, this is not to suggest that in similar circumstances, a person who engaged in this activity would face no consequences.
Americans will find that, interesting, and I look forward to having a discussion about that.
He extracts the most from people because people want to measure up to his expectations.
He finds the right person for the right job, the qualified person for that job. He puts them in that position, and he gives you a tremendous amount of responsibility. He doesn't micromanage the process.
He is a mentor to so many, and he is kind, and I think that's something that doesn't necessarily get out there as much as it should.
Here's Pastor Meyer Stahl.
I'm Meyer Stahl, the pastor of the Southern New Mexico Church of God, bringing you the program, What is Truth? In my newest program, we have a question. Why should a Christian vote? What does the Bible say about voting? We're going to take a close look on the program. The program plays on Saturday and Sunday, 10:30 a.m. on Channel 98, Comcast Channel 98. It's a privilege to vote. We have an obligation to vote. In the early days of the Bible, there was no voting. The leaders were selected and you had to live with them, whether they were good or bad. Well, November 8th on Tuesday is your last chance to make a difference. Let's just get out there and vote.
We must also do more to help our veterans find jobs. Large corporations bring in many thousands of low-wage workers from overseas and across the border to fill jobs that could easily be filled by our veterans. Veterans should come first in the country they fought to protect. They fought hard to protect us. They are going to come first in a Trump administration. They will be a part of America First. It will be America First from now on. America First.
Our movement is about replacing a failed and corrupt political establishment with a new government controlled by you, the American people. The establishment has trillions of dollars at stake in this election. For those who control the levers of power in Washington and for the global special interest, they partner with these people that don't have your good in mind. The political establishment that is trying to stop us is the same group responsible for our disastrous trade deals, massive illegal immigration, and economic and foreign policies that have bled our country dry. The political establishment has brought about the destruction of our factories and our jobs as they flee to Mexico, China, and other countries all around the world. It's a global power structure that is responsible for the economic decisions that have robbed our working class, stripped our country of its wealth, and put that money into the pockets of a handful of large corporations and political entities. The only thing that can stop this corrupt machine is you. The only force strong enough to save our country is us. The only people brave enough to vote out this corrupt establishment is you, the American people. I'm doing this for the people and for the movement, and we will take back this country for you, and we will make America great again.
I'm Donald Trump, and I approve this message.